different sounds have different effects on us because sound affects our bodies, our minds, our feelings, and our behavior as well. So there are very powerful effects of sound on us, which again, I talk about in the book. So, for example, if you're a speaker and you're a really dynamic speaker, then you'll want walk-on music that's pumping, high tempo, exciting, full of dramatic moments and so forth. That wouldn't work for me because, I'd have that coming on. Everybody would be whooping and hollering in your country anyway. And I'd come on and go, hello. And
Right.
no, that's not hang right, is it at all? I'm a very calm speaker. I'm centered and calm and I speak well, but I'm not a whooping and hollering kind of guy. It's not me. So we all have our own style. And it's very important to give yourself, when you think about your personal brand, you can think about the sound of that as well. I mean, I did 20 years of audio branding with an audio branding agency until last year. And that's all about how does your brand sound? So as speakers, we need to think about that. How is our voice?
Yeah.
What's the music that we might use or the sounds that we might surround ourselves with in our brand in order to amplify it and express it more fully and accurately? It's got to be congruent. And that's something that so many people get wrong with sound. They have incongruent sound. Whether it's, you spend millions designing a supermarket that looks fantastic and then it's just full of buzzes and hums and clashes and bangs and, oh my goodness, checkout beeps. Get me started.
Yeah. It sounds like a bunch of random instruments being thrown down a staircase.
Exactly.
Or
exactly.
Something to that effect. What brands or businesses or organizations do you see that have done an effective and even, really appealing use of sound as part of that brand strategy or as part of an example or a symbol of who they are?
Well, you can think of quite a few. And I mean, I've got a couple of examples I can probably deploy here. If I do this, did you get that one? I'm not sure of the noise suppression app.
Yes.
I'm going to let these through. So the old, everybody knows that now. It's a very, very simple sonic logo. It didn't take much composing to create two knocks. And it came from obviously a program that was iconically Netflix anyway. But there are plenty of others. Not many people could draw Intel's logo, but most people can go da 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 da, which of course meant Intel inside. So it's a good mnemonic and a brilliant piece. It was one of the first really powerful sonic logos created by a guy called Walter Wazawa. And for anybody who's musical, that is first to the fourth, first to the fifth, which is how most symphonies happen. It's the basic fundamentals of most music. And he got it in 2 seconds. So that's quite clever. So, there are organizations like that. You can think of McDonald's. You can think of all sorts of sonic logos that surround us now that we're very familiar with and which are doing very well. A lot of organizations still have not thought about it at all. And they spend all their time and money on the eyes. And we live in a very ocular culture. So hence the reading and writing thing at school, hence the fact that architects train for 5 years and they might spend 2 days on sound in that 5 years. I mean, that to me is completely shocking, but that's the case. Because if you're an architect and you want to win a prize or win the next contract, how do you show your work? Pictures, graphic
visually,
visual. Nobody ever says, how does it sound? So we end up with these buildings which look fantastic and sound, whatever the opposite of fantastic is that you're thinking is what I'm thinking too. And, they are unbearable. They're actually not fit for purpose, whether they're schools, offices, where noise is the number one problem, hospitals, where noise is 12 times the recommended maximum level. And that is devastating for people trying to get well. You name it. It's just all around us, this visual obsession and not listening. So I'm on a one-man mission, basically, Seth, to get the world listening again. That's what the book is about. It's what my new online community is about. And for however many years I've got left on this planet, that's my mission now, to generate listening in the world.
It's a great mission. I'm on board. I'm a member of the community, and we're going to put everything we can. Again, I'll refer to our show notes, and on your speaker profile on our website that will foment and support and spotlight your mission.